it's easier for us to say, we just want to be governed by a more conservative state. That's what we're after there. We don't agree with the direction that Oregon politics is going and the leadership is taking this state. And so right next door to us is a very conservative state with better taxes, better school systems. Most of the politicians are trying to satisfy the needs of their constituents, the people that vote for them. And so most of those problems are urban. People who live in the city are used to urban life. They live close together. They can go to the store less than 5 minutes away. They don't have to drive a lot of distances. Hospitals are close. Services are close. But when you get into the rural area, you have long distances that you have to move. Your incomes normally are less. There's not the industrial type of work that goes on in the rural counties where it is in the urban counties or urban cities. We don't have the crime problems that the cities normally have. Now, that's not saying that we don't have crime, because we do on it. That's the border that we proposed, is that the west side of the Deschutes would stay with Oregon and the east side of it would go to Idaho. But once it goes south of Lapine, it cuts over right straight to the coast. And then all of southern Oregon would become part of Idaho also. You know, we're taking it county by county. And right now, it's just the beginning of the process. If the people in each of these counties that we're working with want to see that take place, want to become part of Idaho, then we start looking into it, or they start looking into it, and they start speaking up to the state legislature saying, we do no longer want to be part of Oregon's leadership, part of that state. We want to join Idaho. And if the Oregon legislature agrees to that, and the Idaho legislature accepts that, then it goes back to Washington, D.C., to the Congress to approve it or deny it. And, you know, we tend to focus on our regional problems, our regional issues. But we do know that in other parts of the United States, there's similar battles that are going on and are being approached in almost identical way that we're doing it. The closest one is Illinois and Indiana, where about 14 counties are trying to move from Illinois out from under Chicago's influence to Indiana. But in thinking about it, not only is it potentially a problem in the United States, this may be a global issue, a clash between conservative and liberal values. What we're after is the cultural values, the conservative values. And I know that there are conservative people that are in both political parties. My hopes was that President Trump would go in and really clean out Washington on it, because I'm an anti-pro politician. I don't like politicians that's all they've ever done. They haven't lived out here in the world. They haven't experienced the problems we have. So Oregon is going down an anti-gun, anti-Second Amendment process right now. Has been for years. But, you know, and we keep fighting it. But they have the votes, so they can change it any way they want. The thing with guns. We're gun rights people. We carry guns all the time. You didn't know that I'm carrying a gun now. You know there's a shortage of ammunition right now? That people can't buy bullets? But there's a fear. There's a fear out there, an underlying fear that something's going to happen. And the number one thing that people look for in traumatic situations in civilization is something to protect themselves. And that's a gun.